All right, welcome back, guys. Today, we're going to look at the Special League finish of my alt Keyflower. This is the first time my alt has finished Conqueror 1 in literally anything. So getting it in Special League, I mean, it's not as good as in the normal league, right? Because 12% is, I don't think is enough in normal. It's like top 7%. All you have to do is cross the threshold of 1250, which I did. But hey, you know, I'll take the victories where I can get them. We finished with a 55% win rate, which was what I got, I believe, in the 20-star season, which was right before this. So we're getting there. We're getting there. It's not my main yet, but it's coming along. I'm happy with the progress. So let's take a look at the matches. For those of you in a similar level of the bracket, I think this will be informative and interesting. And for those of you not, probably not so much. But it's fun. It's got fun units, and I enjoy playing it. In theory, if it could get runes like my main, it would be way better than my main, because it's got the monsters. It's got better monsters than my main, even though it has less nat 5s. It just needs runes and towers. So the Yonhong is obviously really, really good. I just pulled the Okie, which is crazy, and I also just pulled a Gani. So I have access to Gani, Okie, Hathor, Yonhong, Han, Fran, and oh yeah, I got the Diana recently too. So like, it's crazy. But yeah, let's do it. Not a lot of like strategy talk, because I'm kind of limited by what I want to do. I have only a few units runed up, and I think a lot of the plays are fairly obvious, and some of the opponents are unconventional. Like, what this guy's playing is not normal, because no one would play this combination of units, I don't feel. So it's kind of funky, but yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. So we're all in on this Panda, and we've almost got it down. We were able to get a full Hathor off. We've got the Okie in there as well, and now we're working on the Molong. He's Reckless Assaults, which just makes it easier to finish up. And now we're onto the Chow. Chows are pretty hard to kill. They've gotten, I think, quite a bit better lately. But I've got Diana, so I feel okay. Diana Yonhong. Cool down the Camilla. I don't know why. I needed to attack something, and probably should have gone for the Chow there. All right, so Diana's still doing her stuff, and this is a matter of time, right? This is not a problem with the current way the board looks. So we're just waiting it out. Camilla's tanking as she does, but we're nuking, so it'll be fine. And I'll show the runes at the end. The Okie's actually getting pretty decent. A couple of the units are runed pretty well, but they're not obviously top tier yet. They get beat by people that know what they're doing and have better runes, which is probably what should happen in general. So what's nice about this account is I have this sort of like YOLO, when in doubt, pick Yonhong Han and just go for it, because it's fun. So he picks the Sierra, I get the Okie in there. He picks more stuff. I pick the Yonhong Han. Even though it's not the best, it's just fun. So then I go with the Fran, Verd being hopefully a revenge counter to the Chiwu there. This is my first time hitting C1. I think it was before the deadline. I could have just stopped if it was at the deadline, but I'm just kind of playing to play and have fun. He bans the Verd, which I think is smart. I ban the Savannah because, oh my gosh, Savannah. And away we go. So get outsped by the Lauren, which is sad. He's got the speed lead, which gives him, 14% more speed since I used the Fran. So his Lauren's like 300 range, which is really, really good. He cools down the Fran, he bombs the Okie, and yeah, trouble. We do some decent damage with the Han, but we're not going to do enough. We just boost the bar here just because it's fun, and we're trying to kill ourselves with Sierra. Bombs the Fran, nuking the Okie. He's doing exactly what he needs to do, and yeah, that's a loss. Good job, Tiago. Played that one correctly. Sometimes we just hang out. We should probably leave, but we just hang out. I don't know, I'm curious, like, what can my Yonhong do 3-on-1? It can do some cool stuff, but the Lauren's the problem, right? Alright, now we're fighting Aqua Fergal. See, our first pick is always going to be my first pick. It's the speed lead. He's going Chung Pung, which whenever someone starts with that, like the Chung Pung Chiwa, I'm frightened, because that's like a really good strategy. And I would prefer people to pick things that I go, I don't understand it, because then I'm, in theory, playing someone who doesn't know what they're doing. All right, I ban the Rika because I can't deal with the Jemire Rika. I'm not really happy with the Jemire Chung Pung either, but it is what it is. I feel pretty good about the Verd into a lot of this mess because it's all AoE. We get the first turn reset, which is nice. That means we both have the same speed lead, so my Okie is faster than his Chiwu. My Okie's like 290-ish, so it's pretty good. It's a couple grinds away from being like 300-ish, which is really quite good. But it's not there yet, so hard to get grinds. My main kind of takes it for granted because I've been trying to get grinds for years and years and years, whereas my alt is kind of just starting that process, so it's behind. There's a little bit of a different strategy in the grind usage at different levels. So this is fun. It's just Okie, Diana versus a Chiwu. We go for it because let's do some damage. He goes for the Okie. Yeah, I guess. But we do win that one, so yay. All right, another Conq match. So you can tell, like, kind of like how my main is right on the Guardian border, my ult is right on the Conq border, at least in Special League. The Conq border Special League is very different than the Conq border normally, I think. There's a wider range of what you're going to face. So we ban the Molly because Molly's evil. And I feel good about this. I'm like, Yen, some double wind. The Mina I'm not super happy about, but the double wind with the no Molly, I'm like, I can make this happen. The Yen doesn't scare me at all because I never see it. I cool down the Ethna. I feel good about that. Mina does horrible things. I'm like, all right, that's fine. I bomb the Mina. Yen, ouch, 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 ouch. So like Yen basically solos my Diana in one play, which is totally terrifying. Do you see how she attacked air? Like, I conceded, and then she just went again and attacked air, even though Diana was gone. Like, that Yen did some work. One proc, and my Diana's dead, which is impressive. I mean, it's not my main's Diana, right? So it's like 10k HP off, so it's more squishy, but still, very terrifying. I picked Diana right away, because who cares? I go Yon Han, because that's how we roll, and then I go Hathor at the end, because he has no counter to Hathor. He does not ban the Hathor. I thought he would, but he did not. So, sleepy time. I remember this match very well. So I'm working on the Chow, and I feel great about it because I've got lots of wind, lots of bombs. Like, look at that Chow. How can that Chow be happy with this situation in life? The problem with it is definitely cleansing stuff every turn, so the bombs are not as good as they appear, and I can't blow them up, otherwise I have to face all that other mess. But we eventually get him down, and then I'm like, all right, let's go into this vampire next. I will work on him. He'll bring down everybody else's health. It'll be fine. I didn't feel confident going into the Bastet because of the shield and the defense break. But, oh my, that's some damage. Like, this is where my tower issue is really apparent. He gets like one turn out of his 2 Nuki damage dealers and just blows me up. I think at this point I was still missing 4% HP, 4% defense, and my damage towers, my attack damage towers are low. So I'm not countering him with similar damage. So in my mind, he probably has his towers max. That might be a stretch, but I think he probably has his towers max because everything he does is hitting harder than everything I do. And I had the advantage of a full Hathor sleep to kill that Chow. Like, he definitely outruned me, whether it's through towers or just runes. All right, so I'm falling pretty far. I'm down to 1228. I'm fighting Arc Slasher in a cleave, clearly. I don't know if this is the right response. I have double immunity kind of in Fran and Triana. I've got the Diana to counter the AoE, which, yep, he bans. I think he should. But I've got the first turn Okie if I'm lucky, but I am not lucky because he's got speed lead and Tiana. So I have a 10% lead, so that means my Okie is effectively 300, so his Tiana is effectively like 301 or more. So it can be in the 280 range and still outspeed me with a speed lead. And I'm getting messed up. Getting messed up. But I get a nice heal there with the Yonhong. I'm like, is it the comeback trail? I've got rid of all the defense break. I reset the Sierra. I'm working on the Beth. Now I'm immune. And it's happy times. We're doing great. Yonhong's being broken. Yep. So we get rid of that and he concedes. So yay. Going second and winning when I shouldn't. That's always nice. All right, first pick CRF. This is like my normal draft, except with better units. Like, Okie Yonhong, I like a lot more than Okie Barbara. I'm just going to put that out there. He's playing a pretty fun-looking team, to be honest. The early Antares pick is funky, but whatever. I don't think I'd pick the Barb into the CR either, but I picked the Okie after that, so it works out for him. I banned the Barbara just because I feel like it can really mess me up and it can boost his whole team. I feel pretty good about the Leona because I've got the defense break in Han or the bomb in Sierra, but it has to be good, right? I have to keep him around. So I ran a Stones. I miss on the Leona, which is a bit of a bummer, but it's fine. I cool down the Mina, which I think is probably not very smart. But I do kill the Mina, so it's fine. I don't know. There's not a lot of value there. I probably should have cooled down the Leona so she couldn't get her revenge up. Because, oh my gosh, so much damage. But, you know, I heal through it. I go back to the Okie. Trying to outspeed this Verd and take it offline. Reset the My resets against Leona are just bad. I think both those are bad. There's no point in resetting the Antares. I should have. But I do get a bomb on Leona, so I feel pretty good about that. Now I just got to kill this Antares. I'm feeling pretty good. But she's revenging like crazy. I do get the stun. I've still got a bomb on her. Miss the second bomb, and that's game. Like, I missed the second bomb, and yeah, she just nukes me down. And as soon as I lose my ability to kill her, that's it. That's Leona. Like, she's really, really quite good. So I think this was winnable had I been focused on resetting the Leona when she couldn't revenge. Would have given me a fighting chance. There's just too much damage coming out. So it's a slow burn, but it's definitely dead. In theory, I could have won there as well had I stripped the shield and then gone through for the damage, but it just was not meant to be, and that's fine. So yeah, I brought the Miho here, so I'm the evil one. I deserve the loss. The Miho Han is pretty fun. I like that sometimes because Miho's pretty good base speed, so I build her fast. All right, see our first pick. I think his response is good. I go in my anti-AoE response in the Diana Verd, which I'm so glad I have the Diana now. I had the choice of Diana or Daphnis, which was actually quite difficult. But I thought for this account, Diana was needed. I don't have a lot of anti-AoE responses, and I'm not super competitive against AoEs if they ban my Verd, because they're usually faster than me. So Diana at least gives me a fighting chance. So I thought that was better than a Daphnis, and I'm already stretched thin on my Swift runes. Whereas Diana runs something kind of different, a slow, violent set. So really, really happy to get the Diana. He bans it out. That's cool. I got my Verd. Let's see if Verd can get her done. I boost into the Verd. The Verd's pretty slow, but that tunes my whole team, right? My Yanhong is like 270-ish. So boosting into the Verd tunes everything, which is fantastic. All right, so I Han into that. Miss the bomb. And things like missing the bomb, missing the Okie, those are going to happen a lot more on my alt than on my main because they don't have the accuracy. I'm sacrificing, I'm cheating here and there to get things I know I need, but my main kind of gets it all. It's got the runes to do everything. So my alt takes a hit there. But we're feeling really good against this monkey. Get the monkey down. We've just got the Perna, and we've got a Verd online that's double Revenge Will, and it's pretty tanky. And if he wants to focus the Verd, that's fine. The Verd can hang out for a while. The Sierra can't really take a hit, but the Verd can. So we do Yanhong things, and we get Yanhong results. Moving on. I like this guy's name. World War William, or Willem. World War Willem. That's a good one. So he Sierras. I go Okie Yanhong. He goes Speedy Speedy. I take the Fran. My Fran's pretty fast on this account, I think. So I'm like, maybe I'll get immunity. We'll see. And then I go with the Verd. I ban the Sierra. I maybe could have banned the Bastet there because of this. He tunes his whole team. But, you know, whatever. That was sad. That was so super sad that I lost my Diana right away. So probably should have banned the Bastet so I'd at least get a fighting chance to go first. Live and learn. And now I cannot win, I don't think. I'll play it out, but looking at what I'm up against, like, no. No. How are you going to deal with a Tyrannus and a Wind Panda? Like, no, not going to happen. Need the Diana. Lost it. That was it. All right, so he's playing fast. Let's see if I learn my lesson and ban the Bastet. Hey, look at me. I can be taught. I don't want that mess that he's showing to be speed-tuned, and the Bastet makes that happen. So I'm like, no. So I pick my normal kind of stuff, and we just deal with the Miho. Like, Miho is like, you can ban it, but if you just deal with it, it'll work out most of the time, because people that are picking it are desperate. When I picked it, I was desperate. So in theory, your team isn't as tuned or doesn't work together as well as you would like. So I tend to just deal with the Mihos more often than not. He's showing a ton of damage, which is sad, but I'm going to try to make it happen, you know? Oh, but none of them have will, and that's what happens when you don't have will. Okie does things. I think that was a mistake by him to work on the... Look at... Han's looking awesome there. Look at that. But I think it was a mistake to work on the Fran. I think he should have worked on the Han, because that. And then that. Yeah. And then she gets turned anyway, because I have Yanhong. Han's so good. If he can get going, he's so good. What I'm wanting to do, and I think I've got it, is if I pick a Han lead, he'll go before Yanhong, and if I don't pick a Han lead, he'll go after Yanhong. So I want him to go before, so he can do his 3 into his 2, and then Yanhong can boost him, and he can also get his 1, all turn 1. Whereas sometimes I don't want that. I want the Yanhong first, or I want a speed lead for my whole team. So that's something I'm playing around with, but I just need more rune flexibility to make that happen. All right, so feeling pretty good. Got a nice little win there against what looked to be a fast, kind of a scary team. Oh my gosh, he's doing the slow thing that I like to do. So scary. But then he bails on it and goes goofy with all the Occult girls. I don't know. I had less confidence in his ability to win when he picked all those, but he might still win. I don't remember. I banned the Harmonia because I feel like in Molong Harmonia, people want to ban the Molong, but the Harmonia is almost always worse. And that's his only form of healing here, so I banned it out. Well, no, he's got Annabelle, so maybe he'll make it work. I shut down the Molong, and I start going for the kill on the Molong because I can. It doesn't have immunity. I might as well go haunt it up. Got to get that defense break in there. So then Diana, Diana, you get cut. Diana, why are you being so bad? And then we're just getting, we're getting wrecked by these Occult girls. I'm sorry for insulting you, Occult girls. You are the best. Oh my gosh, just destroyed. Oh well. Sometimes you make fun of Occult girls and they mess up your life. So you can see my ult is very up, down, up, down. And it's... I wouldn't be surprised if the majority of my results are determined right away based on just runes and speed. Like, do I have it? I have a chance. Do I not? I have no chance, which is a lot of RTA. I'm missing, I think, 2 ticks on my speed tower, so I'm fighting everybody at like a 4 or 5 speed disadvantage, which is bad. But at the higher levels, I feel like the runes are coming together a little bit more, maybe in the G1 area, then they shoot up again to finish. But for me, it's just, do you have the runes? You win. Do you not have the runes? You lose. And I think that's a lot of RTA. So Diana gets out of that defense break, which is great. I'm trying to deal with these Beast Riders, which is sad and hard. But, you know, I'm feeling pretty good. Get the full stun, get one of them down. Just got the win one left. Good damage there. Poor Diana, she gone. Oh, we missed the stun, which is sad. That denies my Han his full cycle. But we do get the Beast Rider down, and now we're just dealing with the Okie Fran. We get it. We win. All right. So he goes with double speed lead. I go Okie Yunhong. He brings out the... I forget the name of it. The good thing. I can't remember. The Beth. The Light Beth. So we're feeling pretty good about this team. The Verd was there more for the Light Beth, but I banned it, so I don't know. Not sure about it. Get the cooldown on the Fran, which I feel great about. Like, the Triana gives him 1 turn immunity, so I'll have to deal with that. But locking out the Fran is Okie's favorite thing to do. Verd goes in. Diana starts nuking. Nuking on the Fran. Don't get the kill there off the Sierra skill 1, which is a little bit of a bummer. But we do get it off the Okie, and then we win. All right, against Simba D, we're now back to C1. It doesn't take long with the new rankings, the way it up, down, up, down. I mean, you can get back into it. I guess I could have stopped here, but I like playing this account. It's really fun. It's more fun than my main because it has strong, like, LD abuser energy, you know, which is not something I get to experience very much. It's just 2 units that you can pretty much pick every time and not worry about it. Like, you can finesse around them, but you probably should finesse the other 3 picks around them because they're both amazing. And yeah, they're just... I mean, I could probably go Yonhong Han, Vanessa Triana, and have a really good win rate because it's just protect the amazing units, and then my 5th unit would be whatever DPS I need. So I ban out the immunity because I want to actually do things. He bans the Han because Han's good. Like, imagine leaving a Yonhong on purpose over and over and over, and that's what happens. I think the Han gets banned out more. So it's like free Yonhong all the time. It's crazy, and it's great. For me, not for everyone else. It's only good for me. But I love that interaction of the Okie also, the Yonhong following up right behind, because then I can cool down, and then I can stun. And I'm pretty sure that's something Topavi does with his Yonhong. Like, it's just a no-brainer, right? You gotta do it. So good. So I'm feeling pretty good. That monkey's a little scary, but I've got some control. So we get the win there against Simba D. And then in our final match, before the cutoff, we face this guy. Very similar. He's got the AoE. I go with the Verd and Diana. My anti-AoE stuff and my anti-Savannah. I don't have a Leo on this account. And then he goes into kooky mode, which was normally what I do with the Pater and the Light Monkey. Pater being uncontrollable immunity and the Light Monkey being basically a Bastet. No, a Hathor. So I picked the Yonhong. I'm like, look, I have one. It's not my Han because I can't fit it because apparently I didn't pick it, but I have one. Look, it's Yonhong. He lets me have the Yonhong. Appreciate you. I banned the Monkey because I don't want to be asleep forever. And I'm like, I guess I'll deal with the Pater. I've got the Diana, which is consistent strip, against the Pater, which is consistent uncontrollable, so I feel pretty good about it. Plus the Yonhong strips and the Okie strips, like, and I've got a Verd. So I'm feeling okay. Verd does not counter. It's a 30% counter. My main is a 45. This is a 30. I don't have 6 good revenge runes, which is sad. But I have some will runes, so I throw them on there, and that's how we do it. Oh, but we get cut. That's so sad. I go with the Diana and I get cut after the guaranteed 100%. So he just ticked into my slot and took over. That's bad news. Diana gets wrecked. Pater, yep, definitely gets the kill there. I'm still working on the Beast Rider because that's what I got to do. Cycling pretty nice with the Verd. Cycling more with the Verd and the Yanhong. And we get the Beast Rider down. So now we're like, do we have a chance? Because I'm not really scared of the Ganny with the Pater. That's the only refresh target he has. The Ganny with the Savannah on the mount is super scary. But the Ganny with the Pater, not as afraid of. Cool down the Pater. And then we're like, Pater's the source of damage. Let's kill it. And so that's my plan. Okie's hanging tough. Okie's dead. Now it's just Verd and Yanhong. They are best friends forever because they take a million turns between the two of them. Verd gives her turns. She gives Verd turns. Like, what more do you want? So we're working on the Pater still. Trying to hope he won't heal with his skill too. We get him down. And then the choice to me, I was like, I'm going to go on the Chiwu because Chiwus can be built damage sometimes. And I like the Verd against the Ganny quite a bit. So that's why I decided to go on the Chiwu. Sometimes those Chiwus can do damage. I don't know that I've seen this one in particular do damage, but that's my thought. And I get the win. Yay, we win. And so that's the end of the season. 44 and 35. Yeah. I actually didn't play the last couple days because I was like, this is fine. This is Conq. I'll just let it sit. I don't want to lose my one Conq finish on this account if I don't have to. And I was like, yeah, this is good enough. So let's look at the units and the runes. Here's the Vigor. You'll see some differences between my main, but that's why my main can get G1 and my alt can get Conq, especially. Let's see here. There's my Molong on Despair. I mean, the stats look okay, but without the towers, and they're just missing like 10% efficiency compared to my main, and it matters. 4 units times 10% is you're at a 40% overall disadvantage. Whoops, need a rune for that one. Yeah, I mean, that's not great. Yeah, there's the Vanessa. Not horrible, I guess. It's okay. Here's the Verd. I kind of like the Verd stats. It's pretty tanky, and it's got good crit. It's just on will. Leica, we don't use. Okie. Yeah, so that slot 4 is my only quad roll, which is like, I say it like it's like sad. My main has 2 quad rolls. My alt has 1, and it's a slot 4 will, and I just grinded it up today up to 32 speed, so it's faster than any rune on my main. So my Okie's up to 290 now. There's my Sierra, 237 with crit. Got to build it with crit. You just got to, so I did. Got a nice little will rune there. Legend crit rate will rune. I forgot what my Hathor speed was. 257. There's the Ganny. I did not use at all. Here's the Diana. The Diana actually worked out pretty well. I'm clearly preying on HP because it's only 30k HP, but everything else is great. The speed, the crit damage, I love. So hey, good job, Diana. I mean, look at that. I can grind. I can get things done. Like, there's potential there. That could be a 200 speed crit damage. All right, here's the Yanhong, which is probably the pride of my runes. It's got all my best runes. 270 speed. Crit rate's a little low. I stole a rune from her for Han. But she's got to be on crit damage too. It's 57, 67, so she's 273? Yeah, that's faster than I thought. 273 on violent crit damage, so she's getting it done. Not on will, which I pay for occasionally. Yeah, so there's the Han. He's 270 on HP slot 6. Crit rate's pretty good at 97. Not perfect, but pretty good. The defense is... Yeah, the defense is a problem. But here's the runes. He's on Swift. Some great room to grow there. I mean, I'm seeing 3 slots I can grind, and he's 270, so that's 12 speed I could get. So you can be 282 on this current build. Like, with his lead, that's scary. 92, 02, 12. That's a 312 Han going first. Like, woo. So, and then boosted up by Yanhong. I mean, there's potential. There's potential. That's what I'd like to do. That's where I'd like to go with that. So, that was that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm really enjoying the Keyflower, so I'm going to keep making Keyflower stuff. It's fun, and eventually I think it could take over for my main in terms of PvP. It doesn't do any PvE. It doesn't do any Guild Wars. It doesn't do any Siege. It just does farming and RTA, which is what I want. All right, y'all. I will catch you all in the next video. Take care, everybody, and yeah, see you next time.